discussion. We have up next Egberto Willies from the Coffee Party, and I had the good fortune to meet Egberto a few years back at the now my brain's going dead, but the big
Netroots Nation.
Netroots Nation. I don't know why it was such a big event. It broke my head. But anyways, Egberto has been doing journalism on behalf of the Coffee Party, and I know he does his own thing as well, and just an amazing guy. And welcome to this event.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here with this event. I'm happy that you guys invited me, because I think unless we collaborate with what we're doing, we're not going anywhere, because the headwinds are always against us. So it is great to be here. Thank you so kindly for having me here. So I think there are two things that I came here to speak about, really. One is what Coffee Party does, what many of us are doing in this domain, and it's specifically something known as Be the Media. And what does Be the Media really means? Be the Media comes to the realization that we have a mainstream media they're not bad people. ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNBC, they're not bad people. Well, Fox News is, but the others, whether they be mainstream, lean left, lean right, they're fine. But we have to understand to whom is their allegiance. And their allegiance is to those who support them. And who supports them? The ones who support them are the corporations, the institutions, and those with moneyed interests who can afford to advertise on those channels. Now, if your income, your sources of wealth is due to that particular segment of the American society, who do you think your loyalty will be towards? How will you report the news? How would you tell people exactly how things are occurring? And that's what we've had. They try to tell the news in a plausible manner, in a centrist manner, in a manner that does not rock the boat. And that is what you get. Why is it that today's explosion in the streets look like it just came out of nowhere? Because things have not been reported. Black people, people of color, have been decimated by police officers for decades, for centuries. But it was never in the interest of the American population to know that, because the police represents the people, and the police is a representation of the people. If people saw what their representation looked like, would they really stand for it? Their inner being would say, oh my God, that's me, I must change. Now, as we have started forcing the reporting of real news, and this goes with Coffee Party, this goes with institutions, private institutions that are funded by not the corporate state, but funded by you, because those visions are suddenly coming out now, America is suddenly being introspective. When you see the knee of a person's on somebody's neck, and when you see an officer who does not mind the rest of America, he knows he's being filmed, on killing a human being that he knows does not matter. When one can do that, and America sees it, and America realizes that that officer represents them, suddenly the change is out. The question is, why did it take this long for us to see the change? Independent media was out there showing, and as we grew, as more people saw us, as no matter what the externalities that came in to try to temper us, as we were able to move, we got more eyeballs. As these other private, not companies, but as these other independent institutions, as Black Lives Matter, as Loves for Arts, and all these institutions started to continue forcefully pushing that message, pushing that message. America saw it. And the goodness of us, the innate goodness of all human beings, because we are good. Our economic system forces us not to be, by making us believe greed is what it takes. That's what our economic system does, right? But once we abstract ourselves from that and institute the humanity of which we really are, it comes out. What you're seeing in the streets today is people looking at themselves in the mirror. Those that still have that empathetic gene not yet completely castrated, they are seeing who we really are, and they're saying enough. Now, this is a tepid enough. It's a tepid enough. We have to be able to make sure going forward that in doing so, we have what it takes to keep it going. So I want to close out with one particular statement with regards to Coffee Party specific. That soliloquy was mostly about what we do, what I do. But Coffee Party has given us the methods of doing this, in not only addressing one side of the aisle, but addressing all sides of the aisles. In other words, addressing the human side of the aisle. And in doing so, being able to reach not Republicans or Democrats, not liberals or progressives or conservatives, not anarchists or socialists or otherwise, but to reach people on issues with your own ideology. You go to a coffee party and you can read about just about anything from any ideology. So please remember, folks, if you're listening to us right now, visit us. Take a look at Facebook, go to Coffee Party USA and see what we are all about.
Well, thank you so much, Egberto. And as always, you're out there informing, educating, teaching, and that's what I believe we need to continue doing. You know, there's so many points of view and so much going on. We need to keep at it. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you and the Coffee Party for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Joe, for having me. Y'all have a great day. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.